Hi everyone, my name is Pietro S. Geraci. You may have seen some of my piano improv videos on Facebook. I also play the bagpipes, and I am a candidate for the Libertarian National Committee at large. I'm running because I've witnessed the fiasco that was planning the Libertarian National Convention, and I've witnessed some of the lack of professionalism that went along with that, and I want to ensure that compromise and cooperation remain part of the Libertarian Party's vocabulary. I also have a platform of 3 bold planks that I think will help grow our party. The first is a bottom-up approach to running candidates. I think that if we elect a bench of local candidates, such as town committee or town council, city council, village council, or mayor, supervisor, local judgeships, we'll have a foundation of elected libertarians who can then run for higher office. I also think it's easier to elect candidates to local positions, as each door knocked and every dollar spent goes farther. My second plank is expanding our membership. We need to reach out more to women, youth, and minority groups. There's no reason for the Democratic Party to have a monopoly on these identity groups. We need more people of color. We need more blacks and Latinos and Asians and Native Americans. We need more LGBT folks. We need more Muslims and Sikhs and Jews and autistic people and people with physical disabilities and mental disabilities all across the spectrum. Just because they are disabled does not mean that they cannot be functional members of society. And these are groups of people we can reach out to. We also need to reach out to women and youth, as I said, because we need them. We're not going to win by relying on straight white Christian men. That's the Republican strategy. It's a bad strategy. It's going to fail for them, and it's definitely going to fail for us. Diversity is something that we need, and that's not to say that I engage in tokenism. I don't like tokenism. This is not just for tokenism. It's not about tokenism. It is about growing our party and expanding our outreach to beyond our bubble. Expanding it beyond just people who've read Ayn Rand and have become radicalized. We need to be able to appeal to the American electorate. And if we can't do that, well, then we're just not going to win. That's just what's going to happen. We need more people in our party, and we need to reach out beyond our bubble. And speaking of reaching out beyond our bubble, we also have to make sure that our messaging is intact. We have a problem. We're presented as clowns. We're presented as a joke party, and it's not because of Vermin Supreme. We do it to ourselves. We hurt our image, especially when we have people who say we need to abolish public education and get rid of the age of consent. That scares people, and for the latter, it grosses them out, and it turns people off to our party. We can't do that. We need to run on a message that is practical and pragmatic, so that it appeals to the average American voter. That's the problem. We keep trying to appeal to hardcore libertarians, but we need to appeal to the average American voter. And if we run on an incrementalist approach where we have pragmatic and practical policies that people support, our more radical positions will gradually become more palatable to the American voter. And then we can bring those positions and ideas to fruition. I think that makes a lot more sense. We don't need to go to extremes. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party are awful. We don't have to be extreme to appeal to people. We just have to offer something different. We can be sane and still be attractive. And for the record, in case I missed it, I also want to be able to appeal to LGBT Americans, Americans of all walks of life. We need to bring in more people. We need to appeal to the average voter. I also think that we need to have more communications between the Libertarian National Committee, the state committees, and the local affiliates, because we all have a lot to learn from each other. The more communications we have, the more ideas will be disseminated, and the better we'll be at growing our party into a major force to be reckoned with. So if you want to see real leadership and real change, the right candidate is right here. My name is Pietro. I'm running for Libertarian National Committee at large. Real leadership, real change. Piet for LNC.